So today I promised you that I would do a meditation or a visualization, and I know that this might scare some of you who've never meditated before. Don't worry, I'm not going to do a proper meditation. I prefer to do a visualization, which is literally just talking you through a mini story, in a sense, a very quiet, calm story. And the way this works is it brings down your anxiety levels or your nausea, if you're, because with overwhelm you can have you can feel sick, you can feel so anxious and worried that you get the shakes, that you lose your appetite, or in fact you can increase your appetite so that you're binge eating and you're eating the wrong things, perhaps eating lots of carbs and sugars, which won't help, or you have problems sleeping. And all these things can actually be helped with breathing, just breathing simply. So one of my easiest ways to breathe in is I get a bottle of oil and I just drop one drop in the palm of my hands and I just rub it around, and then cup it, and I'm breathing in the lovely scent. Now I've chosen lavender, that's quite calming, but you could equally choose an orange blossom, or a lemon, or a grapefruit, or a lime, or even make your own blend of some citrus smells. With the lavender I can put it straight on my skin and it's fine, but all the other oils I would suggest you use a carrier oil, like well, there's so many these days, a nut oil if you can tolerate nuts, or a sweet almond oil, or one of the hemp oils. You can just, and you just need a drop. I only used one drop and it's heavenly, absolutely heavenly. I'm feeling that. Anyway, so to start, my advice is to take your finger and your thumb together on both sides and to turn your hands outwards, and then to rest them wherever you feel comfortable, on the arms of a chair, or on the table in front of you, or your lap. But to keep it upturned, and the reason that is because the energy comes in here and then on the other side it comes out. So there's a full flow, which is what we want. We want a flow going through you. Preferably, if you can, bare feet. If not, at least have your feet completely flat on the floor. And you might find that you need to have one foot slightly in front of the other, or even at an angle, to rest them comfortably and totally flat on the floor. And that's fine, that's just your body is slightly out of alignment, and it'll, as you do this, if you did this on a regular basis, you would find your body would come back into alignment. So don't force anything, just let it rest where it wants to rest, where it can rest. Whoops, sorry, that's my bracelet. And let it rest on the floor, nice and flat. Now we're going to do, with your eyes open, we're just going to do some breathing. So holding your finger and your thumb and your hands out like this, but resting, I want you to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. But what I want you to do is to put your tongue on the roof of your mouth, and then when you breathe in through your nose, when you breathe out through your mouth with your tongue on the roof of your mouth, you can imagine you've got a lovely, beautiful, healthy cake in front of you, delicious, and it's got 10 wonderful candles all alight on it, and you're going to blow them out. So you're going to breathe in through your nose and then out to imagine you're blowing the candles out. So we're going to do that again. Breathe in and in. Perfect. Now we're going to close your eyes. Now, before you do, I'm going to take you on a visualization where there is a boat involved. You won't be on it. And there is water, a stream, and you won't be in the stream or on the stream, unless you choose to be. But if you find that you are uncomfortable with water, even being that close to the water, then when I ask you to do this, instead of a tethered boat, a moored boat, and releasing the mooring, you will release the tethering to a hot air balloon, and you will watch the hot air balloon drifting away. So you can just replace, when I say boat, to hot air balloon. When I say drifting downstream, you can imagine drifting up into the sky. It's very simple. Whichever you prefer, of course. These are visualizations that I wrote when I was quite young, actually, and I use them every now and again. I thoroughly enjoy bringing them back in when I can. So, but obviously, I just make it up as I go along. They're never the same. And you can do the same with yours. If you find there's thoughts that are drifting in that you don't want, that's absolutely fine. Don't judge them. Pop them in the boat or the hot air balloon. Just throw them in. It's fine. And then forget about them and then come back to what I'm saying. So, we're going to close our eyes. Breathing in through the nose and out. And now you can breathe as you like, at will, breathing in and out. And you can breathe with your mouth open or shut, but always in through the nose. And you can also breathe with your tongue to the roof of your mouth. I don't want your shoulders to rise as we breathe in. So in we go. And out. And in. The feet on the floor. And out. And whilst you're breathing in and out at will, just go with that. Don't concentrate too much on it. I just want you to listen to my voice. And now I want you to think very briefly, without raising your anxiety levels, I want you to think about all the things that are worrying you today. And I want you to imagine you've got a piece of paper in front of you, or a beautiful notebook, and a pen of some description or a pencil. And I want you to start scribbling down, just note form, perhaps a one-worder that springs to mind when you think of something that's causing you to get slightly panicky or to go into overwhelm, feel anxious. Just jot down whatever it is in your mind, in your notebook. It could be money, which means financial issues that you've got at the moment. It could be job, which may mean there's too much work in your job, or you have several jobs, or you want to leave your job, or you want a job. Just keep it simple, one word as if possible. You're not going to dwell on these. You're not going to mark them off. You're just going to jot down everything that springs into your mind right now that could be causing you anxiety, that could be causing you stress. Just jotting them down whilst you breathe in and out easily. Trying to keep your tongue on the roof of your mouth, keeping that connection. Jot down whatever pops into your head. Holiday, you want one, you can't pay for it, whatever it is, just write down holiday. Car, maybe your car needs a service or an MOT, maybe you don't have a car, you want a car, you need a car, maybe you need to sell your car, just pop car down. And then when you're ready, feel comfortable with this, I want you to pick your book up and put it in the little rowing boat that is tethered to the bank of this little stream that you're standing beside or sitting beside. Just going to place or throw the notebook in the rowing boat, and notice there are no oars to the rowing boat. And now you're going to take the stake out and throw the rope into the rowing boat and push it gently off. And then whether you're sitting or standing on the bank, or if you feel comfortable, you can stand in the clear waters. They're shallow, they just come to your ankle of the stream. And you're going to watch the rowing boat with your notebook, with all your anxieties and your stresses and all your to-do list. It's floating blissfully, slowly, easily down the stream, unaided. It's just going round a small bend, but you can still see it. It might go over a bit of a bumpy bit where the waters are shallower and there's a few rocks where the water's hitting it. You might even still be able to hear that as the water swishes on the bottom of the wooden boat. Keep breathing slowly in and out as you watch the boat drifting further down the stream towards a big bend, and it's gaining speed now as it rapidly now goes towards the bend. It starts to go round and you can see it going round the bend. You might shift your position just to see it as it goes around, and then it's gone. And you can't hear it, and you can't see it, and you can't feel it, and you're left with the silence until you tune into what you can hear. And you can hear a bird song, and maybe you can hear some sheep bleating, maybe some lambs. It is spring. Maybe the ducks or geese are flying overhead. Maybe an aeroplane goes over. But right now, in this moment, you feel relaxed and peaceful and at ease with yourself, and your breath is calm. And you feel contented and joyful and stress-free. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, I want you to start becoming aware of your surroundings, your room. Maybe there's traffic noise, maybe there's people. Maybe there are sirens. And now I want you to become aware of your body. And I want you to release your finger and thumb on both hands. Stretch your hands and fingers out, or crunch them in if they need to be, and move your wrists around. Take a deep breath in. And on the out breath, and when you're ready only, I want you to open your eyes and become aware of where you are. Hi! I hope you enjoyed that. Hello! Wakey wakey, I could be saying, couldn't I? I hope that was beautiful. Play it again if you need to, or just imagine it yourself with your own voice. And whenever you feel extra anxious and you just don't think the world is on your side, then all you've got to do is play that game, whether it be with a boat or with a hot air balloon going up high into the sky. That's all you need to do. Thank you for sharing my time with me. Thank you for being with me for this visualization. I really enjoyed it. I haven't done that one for such a long time and I can't remember why, because I